Hello and welcome to MCQ on Ind AS 41 Agriculture. So test your understanding of this amazing chapter Ind AS 41 and see how much you have understood. So we have our first MCQ. Which of the following is not dealt with by Ind AS 41? Not dealt by Ind AS 41. Come on. Which is the correct option? The accounting for biological asset, is it covered by Ind AS 41? You will say yes. Initial measurement of agricultural produce harvested from entities biological asset, yes, covered. Processing of agricultural produce after harvesting, this is not covered. Accounting treatment of government grant received in respect of biological asset, this is also covered. So automatically the answer you have to tick mark is point number C. Tick mark C. Tick mark C. Yes. Okay, one more trial. Where there is a long aging or maturation process after harvest. After harvest, the accounting for such products should be dealt with by Ind AS 2 inventory, or Ind AS 41, or Ind AS 16. or Ind AS 40, unbelievable option, Ind AS 40 investment property. They should have simply given 3 options. You can't give such option. So the answer is B, inventory. One more option, one more question. Generally speaking, biological asset relating to agricultural activities should be measured using at fair value approach. Historical cost approach, no. This is usually not the answer. It is exceptional answer. I have used the word generally here. This is right. NRV is also not right for biological asset. The correct answer is C. Question number 4. Entity A had a plantation forest that is likely to be harvested and sold in 30 years. The income would be accounted for in the following way. First option, no income will be reported until first harvest and sale in 30 years. Right option or wrong option? Wrong. Income should be measured annually and reported using a fair value approach that recognizes and measures biological growth. This seems to be right. Okay, but we'll read the other options also. The eventual sale proceeds should be estimated. Eventual sale proceeds should be estimated and matched to the profit and loss account over 30-year period. Do we have any such provision in this standard? No. This is students' way of Ind AS understanding. Plantation forest should be valued every 5 years. There is no question of every 5 years. It is every year. An increase in value should be shown as gain or loss. Wrong. It's every reporting date you have to do fair value less cost to sale. The correct option, the correct answer was B. If your understanding is clear, you can answer. I have covered everything, okay, which you need. Question number 5. Recording the choice of measurement basis used for valuing biological asset. Regarding the choice of measurement basis, Ind AS 41 sets out several ways of measuring fair value. In our book we have discussed 7 methods. So this seems to be right. Recommend the use of historical cost, that is the last choice. Current cost, never. Recommend the use of present value, this is one of the measurement technique only, but that is not recommended. First choice is to find the fair value in the active market, then comparable price, etc. So present value can be used, but that is not the recommended method to begin with. So the correct answer was A. Question number 6. Where the fair value of the biological asset cannot be determined reliably, the biological asset should be measured at cost. Some student will think yes, cost is right, but read the next option, cost less depreciation. Some of you will think, oh, this is also right. They read one more option, cost less depreciation less impairment. This is the most appropriate answer. NRV is not recommended. Option C is the right answer. Next, seventh, a gain or loss arising on initial recognition of a biological asset and change in fair value, estimated point of sale cost of a biological asset should be included in. All gain or loss in this chapter will go to net profit or loss. Okay, net profit or loss for the period. There is no revaluation reserve, there is no capital reserve, there is no separate statement called statement of recognized gain and loss. It is called statement of profit and loss only. Question number 8. Try your luck now. When agricultural produce is harvested, the harvest should be accounted for by using Ind AS 2 inventory or other applicable standard. For this purpose, the cost on the date of harvest will be equal to fair value less cost to sell at the point of harvest. This is the right option. Historical cost is not the answer. Historical cost minus depreciation and market values are not the answers. So the correct answer was A. Question number 9. Contract prices are not necessarily relevant in determining fair value, and the fair value of a biological asset or agricultural produce is not adjusted because of the existence of a contract. We have discussed this line that forward contract or future contract prices are not relevant. So the answer is true. This is a correct statement. Every time you don't have to tick mark false. One more choice. Land that is related to agricultural activity is valued at fair value. Is the option right or wrong? Wrong. Is accordance with Ind AS 16 or Ind AS 40? Yes. At fair value in combination with the biological asset that is being grown on the land. Amazing. Students, Ind AS. At the resale value separate from the biological asset that has been grown on the land. There is no such statement in our standard. Okay. If you have not studied, then you will apply your own Ind AS. So the answer was B. You have to follow Ind AS 16 or Ind AS 40 if it is a leased asset. 11th number, unconditional government grant relating to biological asset that has been measured at fair value less cost to sell. Now first of all, it is unconditional grant, and second, it is measured at FVL CTS. So what have you learned? When the grant becomes receivable, is there any option like this? A. Deferred credit? No. Income? No. When the application is submitted? Wow. If on submission of application, if I start recognizing income, then what I am doing here every day? Shouting, my throat is paining, my voice has changed. People are not able to recognize my voice. I will also just file application, recognize income, file application, recognize income, and then sell my company to Amazon or Flipkart for 2000 crore, go to Cayman Island and rest there. A deferred credit when the grant was approved, or Miami Island probably, that is better. Huh? A. No, I will not go to Goa. 12th number, last question. If a government grant is conditional on certain events, now this is a conditional grant. This set of MCQs have actually revised your entire chapter. Grant will be recognized when income when conditions attached to the grant are met, income when the grant was approved, deferred credit when the grant is approved. So this is A. Once the conditions are met, it will be recognized as income. Only one assumption we are making, that the biological asset is measured at FVL CTS. Biological asset is measured at FVL CTS. So that was the answer of question number 12 all MCQs are over. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this set of MCQs. So join the YouTube channel. We are going to add more MCQ lectures. Thank you again.